In today's demo, I'm going to show you a way that you can save tons of money by building your own Python web scraper. This is really important because if you're using any kind of third-party sites to purchase basically restaurant reservations that are super hard to get, this bot could save you hundreds of dollars. Also, I wanted to mention I'm running a contest for the best idea on my channel. Please check out the video in the description where you can post your comment, and whoever wins gets a free gift card that I'm going to send you. So you may be wondering, do people really buy and sell reservations? Absolutely they do. Here is the site. This is appointmenttrader.com. What you can see here, restaurants in New York, Los Angeles, Miami, and you can see the 24-hour trade volume here has been $14,060, and the 12-month volume has been, 4 million. Let's look at this restaurant right here. This is a Misi in Brooklyn. Pretty sure it's a really popular restaurant, and you can see all these appointments you can just purchase. So today's the 27th. So if I click on this, okay, I can buy a table for two, $95, $75, $95, $95. Let's go back. If you want one next week, you can buy one next week, obviously. Now let's pop over in the future. So a month from now, there we go. Bid. You can bid on these. You can just straight up buy them. So you can buy this one, or you can bid on these. And the colors indicate on, how popular and how hard it is to get those times. But if we keep going in the future, let's keep popping it forward. Okay, eventually, we get to May. So May, you can only bid. That's because the restaurant hasn't opened up those reservations yet. But as soon as they're going to open up, people snag them right up, sell them right on this site or other third-party sites like this. You're certainly wondering, how in the world are these reservations already all bought up, already sold up, and people are buying and selling them? Well, the reason is because the people doing this have bots. So what I'm going to teach you today is how you can build your own bot for the Misi restaurant in Brooklyn. It's always checking and it's looking for an opening in the restaurant, in the reservations. Once it gets one, it can then send that to you, notify you, so you can jump in and book it, therefore not having to spend crazy amounts of money for a free reservation. So my goal today is to show you how the script works. We've got the Slack window behind me, so we're going to get a notification. Let's go ahead and run the script. So the Chrome browser is going to pop up right here very quickly, put in the data. It's going to look for a date, and then you can see 23, and then we've got available day is 23. Now we're going to go through the steps of how did the script find what it needed to find. So let's do a right-click, inspect, and the first thing the script needs to find is this reservations button. So let's see what that is called. There you go, and then we see button brand alt. And let me pull over the source code. You can see button brand alt. Next on our list is going to be seats. Once we click that, now let's dive in here into seats. Now we need to find the seats. So let's click that, and you can see ID is seats. Let's look back at the code, and you can see ID seats. So we go ahead and click that. After we find the seats, we're going to click on the seats. And then you got this pop-up here of how many people. So what we need to find now is come over here and expand, and you can see here's the value of the people. So 1 person, 2 person, 3 person, and that is what our script does here. You can see that we've got option text 2 people. So that's how you do that. So next we need to find the date. Let's go ahead and click that. So here we find the date, and you can see ID date, and you can see that correlates nicely with our script. So after we found the 2 people, now we find the date, and we go ahead. Once we find the date, we can do this really cool command here. We can do a send keys. So that's as if you were typing there. So send keys, there's a date. So you obviously put in whatever date you need. After we put that in, now we need to actually click on find table. So let's see what that is called. So that is a class button btn-brand. And let's see if that follows our script. So there you go, class name BTN brand, and we're going to click. Now we're at a point where it's kind of tricky because a new iframe has popped up. That's what this kind of modal here is. And we need to actually pivot in our script to the iframe. Otherwise, these commands that we're issuing won't work. So even though you're looking for an ID, if you don't pivot to this thing here called the iframe, it won't work. So let's click on this, and let's scroll up. And you can find the iframe. So iframe title is Resi book now. And the code to do that in our script is right here. So we're going to do iframe elements, set it iframe element, and then CSS selector. And then the actual code to do this is iframe title Resi book now. Now that we pivot to that iframe, now we can actually do our other commands. So we want to find the date here. Here's how we find the date. So there is the date field, and we've got ID drop down group selector date, and let's pull our code over. And you can see, here we go, drop down group selector date. And then we click that. And here's the real magic. So now that that's opened, you can see everything that's unavailable. Obviously, this restaurant is super popular, but we've got one blue that is available. That's the blue. And let's see what that's called. That is actually called available. So Rezi calendar, yada, yada, and then we see available. So what the script is actually looking for is this whole thing here, and you can see available right here. Once it finds that, then it's able to get the text from that button, and then it sends that to Slack. And what in that case, that text from our button is 23. So then when it's to alert you in Slack, then you can immediately jump onto the website, book it up, you'll have your reservation. If you enjoyed the video, I really appreciate it if you could subscribe and like. Leave me a comment, happy to get back with you. And with respect to the Slack channel, how to set up your channel for your app, I'm going to link a video here at the end that'll give you all those details of how you can do that for yourself. And thank you, until next time.